here to all the time, my lady Nausea?
Mr. Whiteside, I can only be in one place at a time.
That is very fortunate for this community.
Good morning, Mr. Whiteside. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, John. Merry Christmas.
Are you ready for your breakfast, Mr. Whiteside?
No, I don't think I want any breakfast, John. Has Miss Cutler come down yet?
No, sir, not yet.
Is she in her room, do you know?
Yes, sir, she is. You want me to call her?
No, that's all, John.
Very good, sir.
I'm taking the 1 o'clock train, Sherry. I'm leaving.
You're doing nothing of the kind.
Here are your keys and your driving license. The key to the safe deposit vault is in the apartment in New York. I'll go in here now and clear things up.
Just 1 minute, Mrs. Siddons. Where were you until 3 o'clock this morning? I stayed up all night in the station wagon worrying about you. You heard me calling for you when you came in. Why didn't you answer?
Look, it's over, Sherry, and you've won. I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, come. What are you trying to do? Make me feel like a naughty, naughty little boy? Honestly, Maggie, sometimes you can be very annoying.
You know, you're really wonderful, Sherry, in a way. You're annoyed. I wish I had a laugh left in me. Shall I tell you something, Sherry? I think you are a selfish, petty egomaniac who would see his own mother burned at the stake if it was the only way you could light your cigarettes. I think that you would sacrifice your best friend without a moment's hesitation if he happened to disturb the sacred routine of your self-centered, paltry little life. I think you are incapable of any human emotion that goes higher than your stomach, and I was the fool of the world for ever thinking I could trust you.
Well, as long as I live, I shall never do anyone a good turn again. I won't ask you to apologize, Maggie, because in 6 months from now, you will be thanking me instead of berating me.
In 6 months' time, I expect to be so far away from you that I never...
Hello. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas. Now, I'm a little intoxicated, but I can explain everything. Hi, Maggie. Hi, Mr. Whiteside. Shake hands with a successful playwright. Maggie, where did you go last night? Why did you run away? Miss Sheldon thinks the play is wonderful. I read her the play and she thinks it's wonderful. Isn't that wonderful?
It's fine, Bert.
Isn't that wonderful, Mr. Whiteside?
Jefferson, I think you ought to go home now, don't you?
What? No. This is the biggest day of my life. I know I'm a little drunk, but this is a big day. Been sitting over in Billy's Tavern all night. Never even realized it was daylight until it was daylight. Listen, Maggie. Miss Sheldon says the play needs a little fixing. Do it in 3 weeks. She's going to take me to a place she's got in Lake Placid. Just for 3 weeks. Gonna work on the play together. Isn't that wonderful? Why don't you say something, Maggie?
Look, Bert, I think you ought to tell us about this later, don't you? Now, why don't you go on?
Merry Christmas, everybody! Merry Christmas!
God bless us all. And Tiny Tim.
Mr. Whiteside, I thought perhaps if I came
You
very...
know what, Doc? I'm going to Lake Placid for 3 weeks. You ever heard of Lorraine Sheldon, the famous actress? Well, we're going to Lake Placid for 3 weeks.
Dr. Bradley, would you do me a favor? I think Mr. Jefferson would like some black coffee and a little breakfast. Would you take care of him, please?
Well, yes, of course.
You know what, Doc? I'm going to buy breakfast for you. Biggest breakfast you ever had.
Yes, Jefferson.
Dr. Bradley, let's climb down a couple chimneys. I got a friend that doesn't believe in Santa Claus. Let's climb down his chimney and frighten the hell out of him.
Now listen to me, Maggie. I am willing to forgive your tawdry outburst and talk about this calmly.
I love him so terribly. What did you do, Sherry?